Hello guys, it's Paula. Welcome back to my channel. Today I had told you yesterday that I was going to start a new Christmas book. Now looking at this, you don't think Christmas, but I thought I'd have you help me decorate the cover. The fabric is a very, very pale pink, almost a white. And the paper, the Christmas paper, you can't really tell, but this is snowflakes down in here. Let me tilt it. And I didn't want anything too wild on the front, and I did give it a lace trim across here just because, you know, you think of snowflakes, you think of snow. And so this, on the other hand, is the inside. And there's no guessing as to what the color scheme of this paper is. It is definitely gold. And each of these are different. This is normally a page that, I'm sorry there's a glare because of the gold. This is normally a page that you could cut and use as trim on a scrapbook page, but nope, I wanted it on the inside of the book because I loved that it's busy and exciting and decorative. Okay, so that's not something I normally would do necessarily, but I'm going to lay it flat. This book is a 9x6. It's a good size book, so it's taller than what I've been doing for Christmas. This was not a little golden book, and I felt a little bit of glue right here. I want to get that off before we do the cover, if it will come off. You know, after it's dried so long, sometimes it just doesn't want to budge. Okay, so I thought we'd decorate the cover, and then I'd show you the papers. So I'm going to sit down here, and hopefully I can stay in view because I don't have my little lines here. So the cover is going to be pretty busy too, because that's why I did such a simple paper on the cover. And I know you're thinking pink, but it's really, really a pretty collection. And I just thought, there's got to be some girly girls out there that like pink at Christmas. I didn't know that I did, but I do. So I've already inked everything with Worn Lipstick, which is a Distressed Oxide ink. And I'm going to use some journaling cards from the kit to decorate the front. Now, I don't always do that, but I just thought that would be pretty. And I already know kind of in my head how I want to do it. I kind of laid it out. And I tried a lot of different ways. And, but I thought, well, I'll let you see how I put it together rather than just showing it to you later. So, I am going to put this journaling tag straight down on without any kind of pop-up or foam or anything like that under it. Now, my glue is at that point of craziness where it wants to continue to go constantly. Okay, and it's just pouring out of there. Let me make sure you can see. I'm going to bring it down just a little. Now, I'm going to pull it up into the corner as much as I can before I let this down because I don't want glue everywhere. Now, softly, gently press down on your journaling card. This is trimmed in gold, of course, as I said earlier. Yeah, it's very pretty. I got this at Michael's. Michael's has what they call Hotspot, and they, look at this Santa. He's just gorgeous. Little Santa. Or not so little, I'm not sure. They have this kit. or paper pad is what it is. That's one of their Christmas ones. Some of the Michaels has it in the store, some do not. I got impatient and I just ordered mine, but I got it for $6 for each paper pad because it was one of the hot buys. They don't sell embellishments or anything like that, so just so you know. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up pretty far, but I still want the white to show. And I'm going to stand up and make sure that's straight. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit so I can look over it, because we don't want to find it's crooked later. Looks straight. Now we're going to have a couple more pieces to go on here. And one of them is going to have foam on the back. So the next piece, this is not going to have foam on the back, but it is going to butt up to the Santa Claus so that it will be straight. Trying to remember if that's about where I had it. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down now. It's a real easy cover. I mean, sometimes you can make your covers too complicated, and sometimes you have it real easy. And you know, this time I knew as soon as I saw the paper pad what I wanted to do. And sometimes I do that, sometimes I have no idea until I sit down. But I looked through, they had like a 6x6 at the store, so I looked through the 6x6 at the store and got an idea what I could do with this kit. And, well, it's not really a kit, a paper pad. But they were $6 a piece, and I thought it was well worth it. I thought, if nobody likes it, I'll just use it myself, because I like it. But I like to try different things. See, I would also be the person that would like to try. Now, don't get me wrong. I like gold and silver and green and red at Christmas. But I'm open to trying different things. Last year, I changed my tree back to a white flocked tree. It's beautiful. Because normally I'm a snowman kind of tree decorator, but last year I went to pastel balls. And then my whole fireplace is done in white and silver. And there's silver, a little bit of silver on the tree too. Okay, so I had foam tape. And it has adhesive on one side. So I'm going to pull that off. And I'm going to attach it to the actual image, which is snowflakes. Now, you can't tell maybe in the picture, but the snowflakes have like an iridescent pearl look to them, so they look pink. They're really cute. I'm going to center this on here. You always want to cut your foam just a little bit smaller than your image. And I think, what did I do with my scissors? I don't see them anywhere. That's so funny, because usually they're always in my way. I got a little close right here, so I'm going to trim this. This doesn't have to be perfect because no one's going to see it. I do try to match the color if I've got the color. If I don't worry about it. You would have to actually hold it up at a really strange angle to even notice that there's a color that's different under there. Okay, so I want to show his belt buckle, but I also want to show the ornament string and bow. So I think still off to the right a little bit, but we're not off the book. I think I'm going to put it right there. So now the next thing I do, you're going to go, don't do that. Stop, Paula. You're ruining it. I tried different blings on this cover. And you want to also put plenty of glue on this foam because it's a little bit heavier than... I'm going to stand up to do this. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit so I can see over it. Because I want to get Santa's belt. See if I can get lucky enough to get this straight. I'm going to hold it up so I can look. Hold it up again. Just a minute. Believe it or not, it's straight. Okay. I don't want to push on it too much because it is foam and it will slide. And why mess up a good thing, right? Okay. Alright, so we're not going to touch that anymore. But I was thinking, it's got gold in it, and I know that gold is bright. But you have to see it close up to appreciate the gold bling. I looked through the camera, and I still don't think it looks as perfect as it could. Now, I thought about putting the bling right here. I thought about putting bling right there. And I don't know. I could put it beside the Santa picture, but there's gold in the centers of all the images on here have gold in them. Santa himself doesn't, but the poinsettias have gold centers. This has a gold trim. Snowflakes are gold, and the ornament has gold flecking like stuff in it. So I think I'm going to go with my first thought, which was to put it up here. Don't be mad at me. Some people like bling, some people don't, but I held just the plain white up to it, and it made it look silver. So I didn't want to do that. So I thought, well, maybe I'll pull the gold out and see what it does, you know. And it was the best thing to do. I got to move some of this stuff out of the way so I can scoot the book back. Can you see? I'm turning it sideways. My hands have so much glue on them. Okay. It's because everything in the world has stuck to me today. I might have to turn this back around because I can't see if it's straight. It's going to be just slightly longer, just barely longer. And I'm kind of pushing it this way. Now see, don't you think that's pretty? Huh? What do you think? I'll turn it sideways so you can see the whole thing. I would love to journal in this at Christmas and enjoy as much as I can. Okay, so I'm going to lay this out like this while it's drying. And in the meantime, I'm going to wipe the mountain of glue that's on top of it. Look at this. Do you see that? Is that not ridiculous? I don't know who makes this, but they need to come up with a solution for the losing half your bottle or charge less. This glue's expensive. I don't know if you guys, how many of you guys buy the Fabri-Tac or the Fabri-Fix, either one works. But it's like $15 or something crazy. Okay, so I'm going to start with the papers. I'm going to move Santa over so we have some more room and I don't have to worry about, you know. Okay, so this is where the papers start. Now, just so you know, all of these scallops are trimmed in gold. This pink right here has flecks of gold, and the rest of it's kind of two different colors of pink with like a marbly look. This paper is beautiful. It's not something I would think that I would normally like, but it's beautiful. Okay, that's paper number 1. Look at this tree with white lights. And it's a pink tree with white lights. Great choice for this. I love that too. And look at these Christmas bulbs. See the gold? It's like they've got them snowy in places, and then they've got them glowing in other places. They're just stunning. And of course they're pink. But they have so much light shining on them, it's hard to tell. Okay. This one, this is a simple one. This is holly leaves and snowflakes. There's no gold in this, but we don't want to go crazy. Okay. Then this is just various pink and white Christmas bulbs with gold tops and snowflakes. This is a pinkish color poinsettias, like what was around Santa on the cover, and a goldish snowflake, but it's not like a shiny gold. This is a marble background with what looks like wood veneer, snowflakes and pine cones and ribbon. I thought it was just really unique and fun. And this one's a little more on the traditional side. Listen, he's the only character that made it in there besides Santa. There was no snowman. There was, you know, and then we get this nutcracker. But I don't know if I'm going to use him yet or not. We'll have to see. But I like the trees in the background, and I love the gold. So most likely I will. We'll see. You can't get the whole page in there. We'd have to chop it off, you know, at 9 inches. So we'll just have to see. Okay, so that is the kit. You know, we decorated this the other night, the envelope. We did this together, so I wanted to show it to you after I got it decorated. And somehow I've bent it. It's been kind of laying around. But, yes, this is how it turned out once it was decorated. And now I know the pink makes sense to you. That's why I used all white in the background and edged in pink, because, and then put the gold ribbon because it was just, and I added the Merry Christmas right here and Joy on this little pocket. I haven't made any tags for this yet, but I will. Yeah, so I hope you like the next book that's coming up. It's going to have some pink lace on it. And it's going to have something with pink envelopes because I bought those for it. It is going to have, I know this is blue, but I like this image, this vintage card of a church. I'll have to see how it looks with the paper because I don't know otherwise. And I like these little trees because there's some pink ones in there for one reason, and this is that from that Cocoa Vanilla or Cocoa something Christmas one from last year. But these are bags, and I thought I'd use these in there. And of course we made this the other day too, and I'm going to decorate that for this book. So, and I'm going to make, maybe, I don't know, this is really red, a tag with this sled on this vintage card. It has a white background, but it is very red, and I don't have anything with pink, so I'm not sure. But the fact that it's trimmed in gold, and the Santa shirt was, you know, a little bit. Let's see if we can see the date. It has a letter on the back. It's old, but it is not postmarked, which is weird. Maybe they put it on a package. And I'm trying to read what it says, but the writing is not legible for me. Huh. Maybe whoever gets this book. It's from Aunt Ella. But Aunt Ella needs to take cursive in school. Because her writing is not that great. Okay, guys. I do have other things that's going to go with this. Believe it or not, I found some pink stuff. And then we'll make some things. And go from there. So I hope you liked today's video. I hope you liked the book. And also have this pink ribbon, which I think is really pretty too. It's more of a pastel, and it's got velvet in the middle. I'm going to try to use that somehow too. So our next video will be a flip through of my design team project, which will be tomorrow. And then we'll be working on embellishments for this. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Welcome to all the new subbies today. Wow, thank you for joining us, and thank you to the ones that just hang in there with me. And so if you enjoyed this video and you like the book and you think, hey, I think I can go with pink, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because you want to see what happens with this book. I mean, it is different. All right, guys, have a good evening. Bye.